Have you ever thought about creating your own cryptocurrency? Well, today we're going to dive in and show you exactly how you can do it. And you know what the best part is? You won't have to write a single line of code. I mean, really think about it for a second. Have you ever had that spark, that killer idea for a token, maybe for a community you're building, a project you're passionate about, or hey, maybe just for fun? Well, guess what? Turning that idea into a real, live, functioning token, it's never been easier.
But, for most of us, there's always been this huge wall between the dream of having a token and the harsh technical reality of actually getting one onto the blockchain.
Yeah, the traditional way, it's been a total grind. You'd have to learn this complex programming language called Solidity, then you'd have to write all the code yourself, and then you'd have to pay thousands of dollars for security audits to make sure you didn't just build something that's going to get hacked. The whole thing could take weeks, even months, and the risk of a simple mistake costing you a ton of money, it's huge. But now, there's a totally different path. Imagine a no-code builder that uses pre-audited, battle-tested templates. It's guided, it's secure, and it lets you get this done in minutes. And that brings us right to the solution we're going to look at today. It's a platform that was literally designed to tear down all those old barriers.
So what is it? At its heart, Tokentry is a super simple guided tool for creating ERC-20 tokens. That's the gold standard for tokens. It's all about security and speed. And it lets you launch on the Base network, which is super popular right now because it's fast and cheap to use.
This right here, this really sums up the whole promise. Let's break it down. You get top-tier security using what are called OpenZeppelin modules. They're like the industry standard for safe code. And you get true user-friendliness with things like automatic verification and a simple process that holds your hand from start to finish. Okay, so theory is great, but let's get our hands dirty and see just how easy this whole thing actually is. We're going to walk through the exact steps you take to create your own token right now. And honestly, it really just boils down to 4 simple steps. Step 1, pick your network. We're using Base here, and connect your crypto wallet. Step 2, define the basics. What's its name, its symbol, how many are there? Step 3, you can choose to add some cool optional features if you want. And finally, step 4, you just review everything to make sure it's perfect and hit deploy. That's it. Seriously. So when you're defining your token, you're pretty much just filling out a form. You give it a name, like My Awesome Project. You give it a ticker symbol, like what you'd see on an exchange. You set the initial supply, and the decimals, just leave that at 18. It's the standard for pretty much every token out there, so you don't even have to think about it. Now, this is a feature I absolutely love. As you're typing all this stuff in, there's a live preview that shows you exactly how your token is being configured. It's awesome for catching any little typos, and it just gives you so much confidence that what you see is what you're going to get before you spend a dime. All right, let's pump the brakes for a second and talk about something that is absolutely critical when you're doing anything in Web3, and that's security. This is the one area where you just can't cut corners, and it's where these no-code tools really have to prove they're legit. So a key idea here is audited smart contracts. All that means is that the code behind your token has already been stress tested by security pros to find and fix any potential problems. Using audited code isn't just a good idea, it's pretty much a non-negotiable for keeping your project and your users safe. And this platform builds on that with what I like to call 3 pillars of security. First, it uses those audited OpenZeppelin templates we just talked about. Second, it lets you launch on a test net first. Think of it like a free practice sandbox where you can try everything out without spending any real money. And third, it automatically gets your contract verified on the Block Explorer, which is just a huge deal for transparency. So, now that we've covered the basics and we know it's secure, let's check out some of the more advanced, optional features you can add. This is where you can really start to customize your token and make it do cool things. And you can just pick and choose these features a la carte style. For example, you can add minting, which lets you create more tokens down the road. Super useful for things like community rewards. Or you can enable burning, which lets you permanently destroy tokens to reduce the supply. You can even add a pausing feature to freeze transfers in an emergency, or make it taxable to take a small fee from every transaction to fund your project. Okay, so you're probably thinking, this all sounds great, but what's it going to cost me? Well, get this. For a standard, plain vanilla ERC-20 token, the platform fee is 0, nothing. This is a game changer because it means anyone can get started and experiment without a big upfront investment. So here's the full breakdown, and it's super straightforward. That standard token, free from token entry. If you want to bolt on one of those advanced features, like minting, there's just a small, flat fee for each one. Now, the one thing you always have to remember is the network gas fee. That's separate, and it goes directly to the blockchain itself to process your transaction. The platform doesn't see a penny of it.
And hey, while we've been focusing on the Base network today, mostly because it's so new and cheap, it's worth pointing out that this tool also supports other huge blockchains, like Ethereum and BNB Chain, so you've got plenty of options.
So if you're going to take away one thing, let it be this. You are building with secure, pre-audited code. The whole process is ridiculously fast, and you don't need to be some coding genius or write a single line of Solidity yourself. This really, truly lowers the barrier for anyone who wants to create something in Web3. The tools are ready, the process has been made simple, and the security is baked right in from the start. So I guess the only question left to ask is, what are you going to build?